Leo, hello and happy Thanksgiving to you. This is your overall tarot card energy reading for November 15th, or I'm sorry, November 16th through the 30th of 2020. It is a general reading. Please keep in mind that it's for the larger collective of Leos and is intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with all Leos, of course, and that's totally okay. Please take what fits and let the rest go. To save time, um, I already shuffled the cards and requested the universal guidance, and the cards that were selected were ejected on their own during the shuffle. The five cards that were ejected during the shuffle are listed here for the overall energy for this period of November 16th through the 30th of November 2020. Excuse me. Um, this first card here represents your past influences. Has to do with major significant energies that were around during this time period in the last few months. In some cases, the energy may have resolved itself. In other cases, that energy is lingering. The second card here represents the overall energy for this present period, for the present time, and this November 16th through the 30th, present energies. The third card here represents the overall energies for future energies, and these are things that could be on the cusp right now, or certainly will come forward during this period. The fourth card here, it represents the overall challenging energies. Keep in mind that these energies do not mean anything that's negative. Usually they're provided as information, but in most cases it just presents options to you that you need to make a choice. And of course, you have to use your own free will to decide what decision you're going to make. And the fifth card here represents the overall outcome energies for this time period. Excuse me. Okay, Leos. In your past influences, I have the Five of Pentacles here. Angels and spirit guides, please help me understand our Leos, why the Five of Pentacles is in their past influences for this time period, please. Okay. Well, Leos, I'm picking up here that the Five of Pentacles for some Leos, at least this may not be applicable to all. So again, if it's not applicable to you, let this part go. But there's a major energy here that some Leos have experiencing some sort of financial loss in the recently, and perhaps you hit some hard times, and this could be again related to COVID-19. It could be affecting your work or career or finances and perhaps material possessions. If some of you have recently lost your job or your home or your financial security, of course you've been left sort of not feeling very safe, and it's a major blow to your ego and self-esteem and your feeling of safety and security. Um, hmm. um, I'm of course, as any such major losses, it's some Leos, this is becoming a very humbling time for you, and probably a shock in many senses, because this is something that we never think is going to happen to us. However, the universe is telling you, for those Leos that are experiencing this sort of loss, financial or career-wise, to please understand that this is a temporary setback, because this is coming up in a minor arcana card, or not a major arcana card. This has a short-term impact, and you will recover for it. So please rest assured that if you're experiencing this in the last few months, and perhaps if it's carrying over to your present energy right now, that you're going to recover from it, and it will pass. For those that, again, who are experiencing this sort of financial loss, The Five of Pentacles here indicates that, many of you are just feeling isolated and perhaps alone, which is something that this can happen when you're impacted by such loss. Um, you know, you may be feeling that no one's there to help you, but keep in mind that some people are. And I think that if you sought out as a past influence that when you felt isolated, that things came forward for you, and resources or people were there to be supportive for you, and I think many of you were able to experience that. Um, hmm, hmm. I'm also picking up at times the Five of Pentacles is highlighting a lack of mindset. So on the other hand, some Leos, I'm picking up this energy in your past influences was sort of a sabotaging, a self-sabotaging ability to create your own abundance. And and part of that is because you were focusing on things that you were lacking, and all you could see what was going wrong. And what's important, if you understand the laws of attraction, is you have to shift that energy from the negative to the positive. Uh, if you think negative or question negative is going to be attracted to you. And so you have to make a shift of what your affirmations are, and changing that into things that you're happy. Remember, it all starts with basically you have to find joy and happiness in your day-to-day life, and that will have a rippling effect. So, I think you were sort of faced with if you were able to get over this, you did so by looking and focusing on the things that bring you joy, and the small things that bring you happiness, that are working in your life. And if you were focusing on that and meditating on those things that bring you joy and that you are lucky to have, it changes that mindset much quicker. I'm also picking up that the Five of Pentacles, um, for some in your past influences, there was a feeling of fear that you don't have enough, or perhaps that you'll lose something that's important to you. Um, uh, and it may not have happened in your past influences. It could be something that you're just worried about, and or perhaps uh, bringing about fear, or unnecessary fear in your day-to-day life, um, because perhaps your fear of losing everything. It's a reality check. But remember, again, laws of attraction. If you're manifesting these sort of negativity and thoughts, you're bound to attract things that you don't want. So this message here in your past influences from the universe was focus on the positive, and and have your manifestations make sure that things are in the positive. And if anything you're asking for, you have to identify, why is it going to bring you joy, and how is it going to bring you happiness. So just changing your thought process, and less on negativity, you should get yourself. You should have been right on track, Leos. In the second card here, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is your present energy for this time period, Leos. Angel and spirit guides, please help us understand why the Eight of Wands is here and Leo's present energy for this time period, please. Well, presently, I'm picking up here that for any of those that were experiencing sort of a struggle here, it's past, or at least you're seeing a light at the end of the tunnel in this present energy, um, because you sort of learned that you have the freedom and sort of space to move forward, and you're able to move forward on your plans that you may have had. Keep in mind that an 8 is a dynamic card, and it's a number. It's containing a lot of energy. So this energy is going to propel you right now into uh, areas that you can help you attain your goals, whatever they were or are. This is about being a good busy. It's a good energy flow that's going to keep you charged and being and productive to work on the things that you're wanting to achieve. And it's important that you maintain sort of your enthusiasm through this, because remember, in part of the laws of attraction is that you have to work to get to the rainbow, so to speak. So, but you have to enjoy the process to get to that rainbow. So, and that's the key to anything that you're manifesting, is that it's not going to happen just overnight. You have to do some things and have to do some work with it, but you need to enjoy the process, and that's the big message here, is that way of thinking. So, Leos, this is basically encouraging you from the universe to allow that energy of the universe to flow through you and prepare you closer to your goal. Um, some of Leos I'm picking up may feel you're not ready, and perhaps you don't have everything in place, but the universe is saying let go of that. You have everything you need right now to focus and just get it started. That you don't have to have everything. You don't have to have everything in place. The universe will take care of you, and to trust that. Trust the opportunity that right now you have a green light, and to use this energy that you're feeling that's surrounding you to sort of fuel that positive change and produce those results that you're wanting. I'm also picking up the Eight of Wands is inviting some Leos to be more critical and perhaps more focused in your intentions and your actions. Um, uh, I'm picking up that this is what the universe means by this is to determine what you want to manifest, and then align all your resources and your energy to make sure that you're focusing on that singular goal. Um, the universe is reminding you to focus on one thing at a time, to remove distractions and devote yourself to the task of this one goal, and through concentration, determination, and will, you will attain it. And to enjoy the experience, because it's going to be very productive for you, and it's going to allow you to accomplish a lot in a short period of time if you focus on one thing at a time. I'm also picking up the Eight of Swords. For some, it's some of you may have completed some sort of project that you had started. And now you're ready to move on to something new. And this could be a home project, a work project, a employment project. It's just something that you completed earlier. Now you're able to do something, focus on something else, and it's encouraging. And you're going to use that energy to be able to accomplish these tasks. And because this is a positive, bursting energy that's flowing through you, Leos, right now, and it's based around creativity and ideas, and it's about using maximizing your energy to make sure that, again, that all the activities that you're focusing on are aligned with your broader goals, and investing in your higher self. Make sure that also the universe is advising, make sure that you've completed all the tasks for each project. And again, as I said earlier, not to multitask. This is about focusing on one thing at a time. So the message here is, to Leos, for anything that you're thinking about, is the strike when the iron's hot. This is a very action-oriented energy card, and it's encouraging, Leos, that you move quickly to pursue the best opportunities that are available to you. This is about not waiting around and I'm going to do it tomorrow. This is about taking action right now. The Eight of Wands is a present energy, and it's encouraging you to put that energy that you're experiencing and go with it. Go with the flow, and trust your intuition, and trust that the universe will take care of you. In our future energies, we have the Eight of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands, and you have the Eight of Cups. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us, Leos, understand why the Eight of Cups is in their future energies during this reading period, please. Well, I'm picking up here that in some cases, some Leos, I'm not picking up the whole collective, but I'm picking up an energy that there are some Leos that this is going to have more of a meaning to. But I'm picking up that some Leos are there's an energy that you're wanting to walk away from something, something that has disappointed you, and it's a situation, and it's almost as if you put your it's something that you wanted, but you put your time into it, but now you're ready to walk away from it and basically just sort of turn your back on it because it hasn't meant the results that you wanted. And now I'm picking up this could be an unfulfilling relationship. It could be a job that perhaps you have that you're not satisfied with, or a career path. It could be a living arrangement, or it could be some creative project that you were once, had great enthusiasm over. But whatever it is that there's something. It's because it hasn't turned out the way you wanted, or not as fast as you wanted. You're wanting to let it go and sort of just give up. I'm feeling there's a sense of disappointment because it didn't come out the way that you were envisioned it. Um, so because of that, some Leos, there's a feeling, an energy feeling here that um, uh, that you're just wanting to let go of this, just let it go, and you're feeling that the only choice you have is to sort of put it behind you and move on. Uh, but yet you're sort of sad that you weren't able to complete this. So uh, you're in a quandary. Hmm. So, for Leos, if this situation is impacting you here in this energy here, the Eight of Cups here is uh, coming about in your future energies to suggest to you that something is missing, and particularly it could be on the emotional or spiritual level, and the universe is going to encourage you to sort of uh, wait around for things to get better and not necessarily walk away from it right now. It's too early to walk away from it, is what I'm picking up here. It's okay to have a pause right now, so just put things on hold, and you'll know when it's right to pick it up again. Um, so yeah, I mean, yeah. So you're trying to let it go or just give up is what I'm picking up here. But the Eight of Cups here for your future energy on this particular issue here, um, this is a sign that you're trying. Well, the universe is telling me that this is more of a sign that you're trying to escape a problematic sort of an emotional situation, or you're avoiding some sort of psychological issue or concern. And it's not necessarily about the project that you're wanting to let go. This is something else. Hmm. You know, the cups here in the foreground of this card. If you can, oops, you can see that there. Yeah, this is representative of emotional issues that remain real and present in your life. In some cases, in Leos, sometimes you're trying to pretend that these emotional feelings do no longer exist. Perhaps you thought you dealt with them and you really didn't, or you just repressed them. Um, and we know from repressing our emotions and not allowing yourself to deal with them that they do reemerge, and they are usually come from some sort of thing that triggers them. So um, the universe is asking you to sort of pause right now on the project and not let it go, but just take pause and sort of do a self-evaluation and sort of just contemplate a little bit every day and just let your mind go what it is that's you're trying to avoid. Because I'm picking up that there's something else that you're avoiding, but you're using the project as a way to let it deal with it. So uh, yeah, I'm picking up. The universe is asking you to ask yourself, just the following questions and jot them down, and it'll come to you at some point when you're ready for it. Is this what's happening right now? Um, uh, you know, are what are you pretending that everything is okay about? And what are you trying to avoid? There's something deeper here that I'm sort of picking up here, Leos, because I'm picking up here that the Eight of Cups invites you, Leo, to ask yourself what brings you joy, and what brings you contentment, what brings you fulfillment. This is about a deeper level of emotion. Without it, Leos, sometimes we're gonna seek out goals that fail to give us any sort of satisfaction that we're seeking for. It's kind of like oh, I always wanted to be, an actor, and now I'm an actor, I'm miserable, or whatever. I always wanted money, and now I have it, I'm miserable. So this is about understanding that relationship. Um, and you know, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm picking up. It's in another example is like, perhaps, you know you wanted, you had the desire to be in a long-term relationship, because that's what you wanted, or that you thought you wanted, and you perhaps say you manifested it and you're in a long-term relationship. But now that you have what you wanted, it's not fulfilling your needs, no matter how long you want to stay together. You're just finding yourself to, repeat these sort of issues here in your lifetime. And the Eight of Cups here, this is about situations that you're repeating, or similarly repeating or over certain occasions, because you're not dealing with them. So um, the universe is saying, instead of walking away, just spend some quality time with your own thoughts. Write down whatever comes to your mind, and just each day sort of look at it. And you will be able to resolve it. It will come to you. The universe says that you'll figure this out. But they're not asking you to give up on your project right now, because that's really not the issue, is what I'm picking up here. This is about you sort of doing a self-evaluation, sort of meditate, sort of, again, ask yourself, what else is going on here that perhaps you think may not be an issue, but is really the issue. Um, Spend some time exploring what's going to bring you true happiness, and once you have that, identify and sort of realign your goals that's going to get you there, uh, and reassess them. In our challenges here, we have the King of Wands. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us, Leos, understand why the King of Wands here is in their challenges for this current reading, please. Hmm. Well, the King of Wands here is representing a fire energy, and it's in its masculine form, not gender based, just a masculine energy. And unlike other sort of the wands and the court cards, the king is not interested in creation and or creativity, or in dreaming up ideas, or and implementing them. Instead, the king of wands is more inclined to just take an idea and enlist others to help him, bring it about, or bring it forward. This king here represents sort of a stepping into the role of a visionary leader. It's Leo, you being Leo, a director, uh, showing leadership. Um, you're going to help people direct towards a common goal. You have a clear vision where it is that you need to go with this, and instead of you doing all the work, you're really, you're helping manifest this vision, but you need the support of those around you, and you're going to find that others are naturally going to gravitate you towards this, because you're demonstrating this sort of charisma. You're focused and you're determined. You're fair, and they believe in you and your vision, and they want to be a part of it. And it's important to you to allow others to be a part of this. And yeah, you're like the coordinator, um, um, because you're going to demonstrate these masterful skills that other people. So it's saying, not in the mean way. It's just saying, let other people help you, instead of you feeling that you only have to do it on your own. Um, um, and you'll benefit from it. Um, I'm also picking up the King of Wands here, in your challenges here, is um, is reminding you to lead your life with intent, to keep a vision, and understanding that there's a long-term view. Uh, so, if you have a grand idea, or a big dream, understand that it truly is possible, but you have to work at it, and you're going to do so by using a sense of maturity, and that's what the King of Wands also represents. Is that there's a maturity of level of understanding and a maturity of actions that you're taking. Um, this is not about going with the flow right now. Instead, this is about you demonstrating um, a direct and sort of a take charge sort of action. That you're more determined. You know where you want to go with this, um, and this is inspired by long term and sustainable success because you're wanting it to have a lasting impact, whatever it is that you're working on. Um, so. I'm also picking up that again the appearance of the King of Wands here for some Leos coming in their challenging energies is an opportunity that is going to present itself to you, um, and you're going to be your challenge is that you have to decide, do you have the power to take on this challenge, or are you going to pass on it and let somebody else do it? So the universe is saying that if you choose to take it on, you need to do it with full in a full committed mode in order for it to be successful. Because if you take it on in sort of a haphazard way or a half-interested way, you're going to have a lot more struggle, and it's going to take you longer to get it to grow. So this is about you can create your own outcome and your own wishes, and it's the universe is just reminding you to be mindful about what your intentions are and your visions, because you actually hold the power to bring them forward. And finally, in our outcome energies, we have the Princess of Cups, or also known as the Page of Cups in other tarot cards. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help our Leos understand why the Page of Cups or Princess of Cups is in the outcomes energy for this time period, please. Well, much like you have in your challenges here, I'm picking up that the Page of Cups is a messenger card, and it's bringing a message that there's some new ideas or new opportunities are going to be or will be presented to you, but they're going to be things that are sort of out of the blue. And when it's going to be presented to you, you're going to feel this sort of creative energy flowing through you. And your challenge or your question is going to be is how will you, deal with this? Are you going to be able to snap up this idea and turn it into something that will be wonderful for you, or are you going to let someone else, take it? Um, the universe is basically saying it's up to you which you choose to do. So you can spend time exploring the idea to see if you want it to move forward. And the universe is suggesting that you don't dismiss it, at least explore the opportunities. The Page of Cups here, Leo, is inviting you to have an open and curious mind about this sort of abrupt idea that's if it hasn't already come up, it will be coming up. It's encouraging you to be open to anything. It's encouraging you to have a curious mind about it, because by doing so, you're going to discover new aspects of life, and including new things about yourself. And again, the importance of this sort of task here is to have an open mind to all the possibilities, to use your creative and intuition with it, because you'll be pleasantly surprised in the process. This is about being ready to dream the impossible dream, and explore, things to the fullest potential here. It's a very encouraging card here. For many Leos, the Page of Cups here is asking you to embrace sort of your inner child, and believe anything is possible. So this is about letting go of negative thoughts, or like, oh, it's going to be too much work, or I don't know if I have time to do it. It's saying let go of all those thoughts and see things through the eyes of a child, without the restrictions. The princesses or pages and all the tarot cards usually are presenting a message that it's an opportunity to explore something, and in this case, the universe is asking you to explore a new facet of yourself. The Princess of Cups here is asking you to explore again your creative and emotional self. And this could be done in a variety of ways. You may want to take an art class. You could read about books or art history, whether it's professional or paid or unpaid, or a variety of sources. It's really about learning something of of that you crave, um, in a way that you can sort of express your feelings and learn more about, sort of developing your intuition and your your mental abilities and understanding of the bigger picture. Um, this is about, you finding that you're going to be moved by the simplest things. So don't be afraid to let your feelings show, and wear your heart on your sleeve during this time frame, because this is about exploring again the new facets of yourself. So and that's going to include your emotions, and be okay with it. Um, I'm picking up here, Leos, that it's the outcome energy here for most Leos is that you're being asked to use and trust your intuition, and be open to a variety of intuitive messages that are going to be coming your way, and to look for the synchronicities and signs of that are going to come to you probably at the strangest times, but sort of make note of them because they're going to guide you on a path, and each one's sort of going to take you to some sort of an unexpected place or unexpected thought or an idea, and they're just presenting things to you, and whatever resonates with you is, and you'll know it when it happens, is that you could be on the bus and go, oh wow, it's that sort of feeling. It's asking you to pay special attention to those things because it's being sent to you for a reason. um, the example that I'm picking up here is use these sort of um, these intuitive energy ideas that pop in your head throughout the day as sort of breadcrumbs, because collect them, and if you sort them all out, it's going to lead you to the thing that interests you the most. um, and in the process you're going to find yourself in a better alignment, and you're going to find yourself joyful and happy, um, in doing so. So again, this is about trusting your intuition and in this case, going with the flow, because there are many positive things that have come out of this. Um, I'm also picking up for some Leos that the Page of Cups here is sort of indicating that you might receive an unexpected or pleasant surprise. Or, yeah, it's going to be an unexpected and pleasant surprise. The pages here are princes, and princes are known to be messenger cards, as I said, and with the Page of Cups here, you may receive a message that's related to emotions and intuition and creative endeavors. It might be an announcement of the birth of a baby, not perhaps yours, but somebody else's that you know, which those bring out emotions. It could be an engagement or a marriage. It could be a new love interest, or a new project that is presented to you, something new that's going to bring emotion. And it is not necessarily a surprise that you can anticipate or force. So this is about just being ready to receive it when the moment comes. So, my dear Leos, there you have it for the last 2 weeks of November. I thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to support this channel, the YouTube algorithms, as I said earlier, depend on your support, by clicking on what I call the big three, and that's clicking on like the video, click on subscribe to the channel, and click on the notifications buttons. If you've already done that, thank you so much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you haven't, please consider to do. You won't get bombarded with junk mail or anything else. It just really is an algorithm that YouTube uses to promote channels to a wider audience, and I'm a new channel. So I have to put in the work here. Appreciate your understanding with that. So Leos, feel free to leave a comment also down below if you feel any part of this reading was applicable to you. And again, if it didn't resonate with you or parts of it didn't resonate, it's totally okay. It just wasn't meant for you at this time. Let it go, and something else will come. So Leos, thank you so much for your support here, and I hope you have a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in the beginning of December. Take care.